Hi, welcome to this gentle yoga practice. I will be recording this practice from Whispering Lavender Farms in Oregon City, Oregon, close to where I grew up. This is my mom's farm. Isn't it beautiful? I can smell the aroma. I can hear the busy bees doing their job as the sunset is lowering behind me. This is a great practice for evening wind down and just relaxing. If you have lavender essential oil or a fragrance of your choice, perhaps a candle, you might like that for this practice. In fact, I will take a little lavender here and rub it between my hands and just inhale. Yeah, welcome to your practice. I'm Mandy Leman. I'm a yoga teacher and yoga therapist. I'll be guiding our practice today. So arrive in your seat, whatever that comfortable seat is for you, and just take a couple breaths. Arrive. The day is done. Maybe exhale out through your mouth as like an open mouth sigh. See if you can let your body get a little heavy. Perhaps close your eyes. Set aside anything that came before this practice, perhaps a long day, or maybe you were a busy bee today, and let's just be. Place your hand out to the right, spread your fingers wide and press into your thumb and your index finger. Inhale, rise up with your left arm stretching through your inner elbow as you gaze down. Breathe here. On your next inhale, rise up with both arms and look up towards the ceiling or the sky. Inhaling here, exhale, get heavy in your sitting bones. Place your left hand to the left and reach up and over with your right hand. Turn your gaze down towards your left hand. Press into your index finger and your thumb. As you inhale, reach through your inner elbow. And as you exhale, just ground a little more, perhaps pressing into your left palm. One more inhale here. And use the squeeze of your exhale, the tone of the exhale, belly button towards spine to come back up. Bring your hands together and exhale to heart center. We'll come to hands and knees. And once more, spread your fingers wide and we'll be focusing on pressing into the index finger and thumb. This is really grounding for the mind and body. You could actually do this anytime during the day. So with your shoulders, elbows, and wrists stacked in one line, and your hips and your knees in one line also, we'll awaken our spine with a couple cat-cows. So inhale, arch your lower back and reach your chest and chin forward. Continue to press into your hands, into your palms, index finger and thumb. When you're ready with your next exhale, push into the ground, arch your back up like a Halloween kitty. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Inhale, undulate your spine into cow pose, guiding your chest and chin forward, then up. Exhale, push into cat. One more. Inhale, move slowly. Perhaps like you're moving through water or something fluid. Exhale into cat. Last one, pause here. Take an inhale and exhale, sit back to child's pose. Walk your fingers forward, or you could stack your fists and rest your third eye or your forehead on your fists. Just 5 breaths on your own pace. Nowhere else to be right now. Nothing else to do. Expand your backside body with your inhale. Relax with your exhale. If you'd like to set an intention for your practice, a way that you'd like to feel, or perhaps just for some good sleep tonight. You could bring that to your mind here. And then release your hands down to the mat if they were stacked, and walk your hands all the way up to a kneeling position. Excellent. Let's come up to stand, and we'll stand in a wide-legged stance. So your legs about one leg length apart, and you could have your toes faced inward just a tiny bit. Interlock your fingers behind the small of your back if that's possible, and draw your knuckles down. Look down. Inhale, exhale. And your next inhale, fill your body. Nice, robust inhale. Exhale, hinge from your hips and guide your elbows and wrists with you. Bend your knees generously and press into the ground with both feet. Breathe here. Once more, bend your knees and rise by pressing into your mat and hinging from the hips. Once more, draw your knuckles down, your chin down. Release your arms. You're gonna pivot your right toes towards the short edge of your mat. Reach your arms out to a T and look over your right middle finger, or perhaps even just the fingernail. Just breathe here for a moment. Now engage your legs by, as if you're pulling your mat apart from the center line. So both of your feet, you can feel your legs light up there. Both your feet are going in opposite directions, arms out to a T. Inhale, reach forward, and exhale, tilt down into triangle. So bring your right wrist to your shin, or to the floor, or to your thigh, wherever you're at. Turn your gaze down towards your right toenail. Breathe here. Once more, you're doing great. With your inhale, rise back up. Pivot your right toe forward, left toes towards the short edge of your mat. Inhale, reach your arms out to a T. Find that drishti. The drishti is your focal point, your gaze. At one place your eyes land and soften. So perhaps your left middle fingernail. Let's engage our legs. Begin to act as if you're going to rip your mat at half, just right from the center. With your next inhale, reach forward of your left toes, and exhale to tilt down, bringing your left wrist to your left ankle, again the floor or thigh. Let's avoid putting any pressure on the knee, and keep a generous bend in your knee also. And again, rest your gaze, perhaps even just on one toenail. One more breath here. You're doing great. Inhale, rise up. Pivot both your toes forward. Hands on your hips and hinge from your hips forward with your exhale. Release your neck. Shake your head no. There's no more to do today. We've done it all. And if we haven't, we've done enough. Nod your head yes now. Yes to good sleep. Yes to self-care. Bend your knees. Rise up. Let's heel toe your feet together, and we'll actually come all the way down onto your back. I'd like to go into constructive rest, which is your feet as wide as your mat, and then allow your knees to fall together. Recline back. And for a moment, just rest here. Allow your body to recalibrate to this new posture, this new foundation. Now let's bring feet to hip distance apart and hook your right foot on your left thigh for 4 square. Bend your right toes towards your knee and place your right hand on your thigh. We're not going to push our hip open, but we are going to just give a little support. Try to keep both your hip bones on the ground. In fact, see if your hip bones will get a little heavy here. Yeah, we're not needing to really go into a strong posture here, but more of a restorative, restful. So see what else you can relax. Perhaps your shoulders can get heavy. You could close your eyes and let the corners of your eyes get soft. Breathe into your lower belly. Great job. When you're ready, you can release your right foot to your mat and prepare to hook your left foot on your right knee. Once again, let's bend your toes towards your knee. It's going to protect your knee. If you'd like to close your eyes here, and perhaps placing one hand, maybe your right hand on your lower belly, and your left hand supporting the external rotation of your hip. With your right hand on your belly, if this is comfortable or safe enough for you, see if you can notice just the gentle rise and fall of your breath. Closing your eyes and softening the corners of your eyes here. With each exhale, allow your body to get a little heavier. There's not so much to hold up here in this posture, and perhaps it's the end of the day for you and there's less to hold up right now. Okay, release your left foot to your mat and draw both your knees in towards your chest. You could wrap your hands around your shins, back of your thighs, or just place them on your knees. Wherever you're at today, let that be enough. And let's soften here. Let your body once more get heavier, more relaxed. And see if you can draw a soft breath into your lower belly. And become the witnesser to your belly button toning towards your spine with the exhale. So toning is different than tightening or holding in or sucking in. So just witness. Don't need to do anything to make this happen. But just see how your body breathes you in this way. This posture, by the way, is really good for digestion and sleep. That's why we're here for so long. And it may not feel like we're doing much, but your nervous system, your endocrine system, your immune system, your adrenals are all being nourished right now. Extend your left leg, and with your left hand, guide your right knee over to the left and expand your wings out to a T. Turn your gaze to the right. Close your eyes if that feels okay. This gentle twist. Drop your shoulders down. Relax your hips. Let's not make this a stretch. Let's just support our body in this twist. How you support your own body may look different than someone else. Maybe you have a block or a blanket under your knee or a hand on your heart. One more breath here. Inhale, come back to center. Extend your right leg long. Rest here for just one moment. We're really slowing down, and I appreciate your efforts. Inhale, left knee to chest. With your right hand, guide your left knee over to the right. Spread your arms out to a T and turn your gaze to the left. With your exhale, let your body get heavy. It may take a couple exhales to do this. Be patient with you. We're preparing for our final resting pose, Shavasana. So we're letting the body soften into stillness. We're not needing to make a stretch happen, but just getting into the shape and then softening to allow our body to get a little more still. Inhale, come back to center. Extend your left leg long. Shavasana. You might like to pull the flesh of your buttocks to the side. That can help support your root. Perhaps you choose palms face down on the ground, or maybe one hand on your heart or your belly. Release control of your breathing. Let your body breathe you. I've noticed the bees are no longer buzzing around me. It seems they too have gone off duty. The day's work is done. Let's soften the corners of your eyes, the hinge of your jaw. Let your tongue lay flat at the bottom of your mouth, or the tip of your tongue could rest at the back of your top teeth. Imagine softening the muscles behind your eyes. In fact, let's just soften all our facial muscles. Relax your throat, letting your shoulders get heavy against the earth. Imagine your belly is soft, fluid, and still. You could even imagine a clear lake. Let your hips get heavy and release any holding in your pelvis. Allow your awareness to guide down your legs and just noticing the parts of your legs that are making contact with the ground. And taking note of the parts of your legs that are not making contact right now. Arrive to your heels and just sense the weight of your heels on the ground, the earth. This is your anchor. The mind's tendency is to wander. And we need not get annoyed or upset about that. But like training a puppy or any kind of domestic animal, we can gently guide it towards what we do want. So allow your awareness to rest in your heels. If this practice is a before bedtime practice for you and sleep is not always easy, I'll give you a little mantra and we'll practice that in Shavasana so you have it later. So with your quiet, still body, let's just relax. Breathing in, just sleep. Breathing out, just rest. Breathing in, just sleep. Breathing out, let's rest. If you can stay in this restful Shavasana longer, I invite you to stay as long as you can. And if it is time for your practice to come to an end, begin to wiggle fingers and toes. Deepen your breath. And we're just going to do this really slow and gentle to roll to one side. Try not to disturb this restful, peaceful state. But when you do feel ready, you can push yourself up to a seat. We're going to sit together for just a moment of mindful quietude. So if you'd like to just close your eyes. And check in. How's your body feeling right now? How's your breath moving through your body at this moment? And how does your mind feel? I hope it's relaxed or calm. You can come back to this practice anytime. And I hope that you will. Thank you so much for sharing this experience at Whispering Lavender Farms with me. I hope to see you again soon. Namaste.